Gonna start this off. Welcome to the show.
It's not
Bunch of fucking bullshit.
It's not
Shut up!
turntablism. It's hip-hop.
I hate you so much.
It is.
Shut the fuck up, Johnny.
Dude, I fucking hate that. That is, of course, one of my favorite bands of all time, Wolfpack, with the smash hit Cory Wong off their album, Mr. Finish Line. We love it. Been a long time since I busted out some Wolfpack on here, but Wolfpack is the shit. If you don't know them, check them out. My girlfriend said they make music for puppeteers, which pissed me off, but you know, I think that's bullshit. They're a sick funk band, and I love them, and she doesn't know what the hell she's talking about, so, you know, get fucked. They're one of the only bands I know that if they came anywhere like near me, ticket to go see them. You know what I mean? Because like the live shows are fucking incredible. That band and also The Sword, which is like this stoner metal band, anywhere near me, ticket to go see them for sure. Because I've never seen The Sword live. I had seen Wolfpack live, and actually, I was at the live show in Wolfpack. They were doing this song that I didn't like that much, so I went to the bathroom, and I come back. I was sitting with my friends on the mezzanine, which I believe is like the upper level of the theater, right? And I'm coming back to my seat. As I'm walking through the theater, I'm not like in it yet. I'm in like whatever, like the atrium, like where the snacks are and shit. I hear like a huge roar, and I'm like, oh yeah, cool, like must be good. And then I come back, I'm drunk, you know, we've been drinking. And then I'm walking up the side of the stairs, and down the stairs, I see none other than Cory Wong, the namesake of this song, and an incredible guitarist who, while not a member of the core Wolfpack band, very frequently like is playing with them and is on their songs. So I see him, and I literally put my hands on him, because I'm in shock. He has a guitar on him. I don't even realize because I'm hammered. I put my hands on him. I'm like, oh my God, you're Cory Wong. Because I was like, right. It was so dumb because like in my head, I was like, I'm coming to see Wolfpack, right? I didn't really know that Wolfpack had all these like, basically how Wolfpack works is like they have the main core and they have all these like satellite artists that tour with them. Like Wolfpack, Antoine Stanley, all these people. And it didn't really click that I was like, Corey Wong is here playing with Wolfpack. I thought I just ran into him in the Wolfpack show. So stupid. I put both my hands on his shoulders to stop him, like some kind of psycho. And I was like, oh, you're Corey Wong. Crazy seeing you here. And then he was like, yeah, I know. And he was literally, what had happened is because they do such a sick live show, he was up on the mezzanine shredding as part of the spectacle. And he was coming back down the stairs to get back to the stage. And Tom Murphy from fucking Ottawa, I stepped up and I put my fucking hands on him. And I was basically like, hey, dog, you got time for a quick chat, you know? I was like, you're Corey Wong. And he was like, I know, I'm trying to get back to the stage. And I was like, oh my God. And I like got out of the way. I was so sorry. But I was just, I was just dumbfounded. Dumb being the operative word, you know what I mean? My small brain could not put together the fact that a musician who often plays and is featured on many Wolfpack songs, was in the theater on the same night as them. What are the odds? You know what I mean? So Corey Wong, Wolfpack, if you see this, I love you guys. I'm so sorry, Corey. Apologies, and that was such a rad show. So that was Ann Arbor, Michigan in 2013, I'm pretty sure. God, more than a decade ago. Nuts. Anyway, yeah. Things I hate. 69. Oh, fuck. Hold on. I forgot. Things I hate. 69. Like cool sunglasses. I don't know, Things I hate. 69. Fuck. I wish I had a cooler plan for this episode. I'm sorry, I'm not that mature in my podcast planning yet, but 69. Obligatory like, follow, subscribe, comment, because it would be sick if I could make this into my job, like writing shit. It would be really sick. So like, comment, subscribe, so I can make money off this. I don't know how yet, but please share it out. I'm trying to do this. So send it away. Like, comment, subscribe. Man, speaking of, this is like kind of a downer, but like I don't know what the fuck to do with this. So, okay, so I feel like I should take these off for this. Recently, people from Palestine have been following me on Instagram, and I don't know if they're bots or fake or what. I mean, it started with one lady, and she had a GoFundMe. She was like, I'm a mother, like my family has been killed, like some of my sons, and like I forget what exactly, but she's like, I'm a mother of children. I checked out her profile and it looked legit. So I sent her, I think, like $20 or $50 on her GoFundMe, because it's just like, what the fuck, if I got scammed for 20 or 50, say la vie, it's not the end of the world. And at least if I didn't, I'm helping them out a bit. But now I have like all these, like I have about 4 or 5 now people from Palestine following and messaging me being like, brother, like I need more help and like more money. And I'm like, oh fuck. So I'm kind of shook. I feel like an asshole for being like, how, am I supposed to give money to each of these guys? I mean, I guess, so I don't know. I have all kinds of guilt about like not doing it. I don't know if it's real, I don't know. It's like, if I send them money, are they just going to keep asking for it? I guess, the good thing to do would be to send each of them some money, but God, I'm not made of money, you know what I mean? And again, I don't know if it's a scam or not. So anyway, that's been fucking me up because they're like messaging me and commenting on my posts and shit. And so I don't know. If you guys have any ideas on how I should handle this situation, or if you think it's a scam or something, let me know, because I don't fucking know. It looks real to me. You know what I mean? Like, I've seen bots and shit. It looks pretty real. So anyway, kind of a downer, but yeah, that's the thing that's happening. But yeah, episode 69. Sorry, change back. Episode 69. 69. Yeah, I don't have a crazy like thematic thing for this episode. Episode 69.
So
Fuck.
so good and tasty.
Fuck, I better make sure that's not too loud. Oh no, it looks pretty okay. All right, cool. Yeah, episode 69. I guess let's just get into it. Anything to say? No. Oh, I'm caught up on my bank, dude. I had like 5 episodes in the bank in the last couple weeks. I don't know. I've just been so busy. Caitlin is in Colorado, right? She has to go back because of her visa status. So she's in Colorado now. So it's just been me and the boy, me and Schmaltz. And, we're both sad about it. He's especially very sad because he misses his ma. But yeah, so what was I going? Yeah, I'm out of banked episodes though. So the bad news, it's really no impact for you guys. The bad news for me is it's like, fuck, now I gotta do one every weekend. I don't have a chance to breathe. The good news is that it's going to be more authentic because it's like closer to time. Because I was releasing, I think I released some about a month ago that I recorded like a year ago. So it's like, it's all fucked up, talking about whatever event was going on then. But now it's like, today is December 8th, I believe. Yeah, December 8th. So, this will come out on the 14th or the 15th of December. So, we're only a week back, which is pretty much as close as you can get. So yeah. So that's that's what's going on. So let's get into it. Okay. I guess just talking about episodes and stuff. A funny thing happened where did I record these episodes? It's basically like almost like me talking into the ether. You know what I mean? I don't even think anyone, when I record these, I'm like, no one's going to listen to this shit. Or if I do, it's like my friends and strangers that I'll never meet. You know what I mean? You know who I'm not expecting to listen to it? Members of my family. Who sometimes do listen to it? Members of my family, right? Last time I talked about, some nasty shit that I had done, some nasty that I want to clip this, so I'm not going to repeat it, but I had talked about some dirty shit that was on the sheets on my bedroom walls. Do I need to talk about this for the clip? Last time I had talked about how I had period blood on the fucking sheets of my bedroom walls, on the sheets of the walls, on the sheets that I had in the walls of my living room, not my bedroom. As part of the decor, I put up these full sheets, and I think there was some PB on them because they're old fucking bed sheets, right? And you know how I get down, man. I don't give a fuck. I'll roll out the red carpet. You know what I mean? I'll ride the red dragon, ride the crimson wave. The crimson tide, blaze the scarlet path. I'll fucking do that shit. And I did that, and then I put them on my wall because I don't know, no one's gonna notice. It's like I need some decor. Anyway, this is filthy. Obviously, this is disgusting. But I was like, who cares? Internet strangers and like some of my friends will hear it. They'll fucking laugh about it, and that'll be it. A couple days later, my cousin, who I'm tight with, he comes down. Anyway, he's visiting with my other cousins, and then he's telling me about it, and he goes, "Oh yeah, we were listening to your podcast on the way home." And the funny part is like my cousin, she's like more proper than me. And she was there with her husband and her brother-in-law, like her husband's brother. And her husband's brother was the one who's like, let's listen to Tom podcast. Like, come on, let's check it out. And she was like, nah, like, I don't think I want to do that. Which, let me be clear, is like, yeah, that's what I would say. If somebody was like, hey, do you want to listen to this guy I know rant about like stream of consciousness, borderline boring topics for like an hour? I'd be like, no, what the fuck? So she was like, nah, I don't want to do that. But he was insistent. He was like, come on, let's check it out. So they throw it on. Of course, lo and behold, is the thing where I'm like, you know what's crazy on my wall? The fucking period blood. And she was like, but Yeah, so it's just funny because, I just say this shit. I don't think anyone's going to hear it. And then, of course, newsflash, Tommy, like, it's on the internet, dog. Everyone's going to hear it, Speaking of everybody on the internet, I thought we could do a segment which, could be a blessing and a curse. And because, like, as I get, sorry, the fucking Alexa is doing some bullshit. As I get hopefully more and more internet famous, I will have more and more troll comments, hateful comments, whatever. And I thought we could do a segment where we read some of the better ones. And I thought this one was funny. So hopefully it's like, I don't want to wish this section to grow because that means I'm getting more and more troll comments. But it's like, I figure, people are going to do it. I'll lead this off with some of the classic ones from my TikTok that I've told people about. A couple years ago when I started Things I Hate, I kind of blew up on TikTok a bit for a little while. And I got a couple on some of the clips I put out. One of the clips I put out, you write on the clip, you write hashtag comedy podcast to make sure interaction is good. And on that clip, I got a comment that said, the funniest thing about this clip is hashtag comedy podcast, right? Sick burn, ferocious burn. I got another one that said, I watch this guy whenever I think to myself that I should start a podcast to remind me why I shouldn't, amazing burn, fucking sick burn. There's another one. It was like, this is an example of why not everyone should have a podcast. Pretty classic burns. Pretty good burns. This one was just weird, This was a comment on my fucking water bottle overthink clip, which is from Things I Hate 67. It's where I'm overthinking the design of a water bottle. And I'm not going to name them because I don't want to give them any clout, but this person says, the base should be wider to prevent the bottle tipping over, more stable. Also, it seems like your grip strength is kind of embarrassing for a guy. First of all, my grip strength is literally unmatched. Strongest grip in all the land. Strongest grip enough to pull the moon from the very heavens. I have a grip strength unlike you've ever heard of. And second of all, you're misunderstanding it. It's not the design of the water bottle, you fucking idiot. It's the design of the top. But I'm not going to get it. It's retarded. It's a stupid argument. But, I thought he was funny that he was like, wow, you got weak ass hands, man. Like, your grip strength is kind of embarrassing. I don't know. Anyway, so maybe, but hopefully not. That will become a segment. Neat. Hotbox for the first time. I kind of thought that hotboxing was like a myth, and I'm just checking my time here. Okay. Here, I'm going to set a timer. Set a timer for... I thought hotboxing was like kind of like a myth that like middle schoolers tell each other, we smoke so much weed, we're gonna hotbox, right? Because it's also like, I think the general story that I got was like, it gets you higher. It's like, first of all, that's not a hurdle that I need to overcome. You know what I mean? Like, I don't need to get higher, right? I need to get lower. I need to get less high, because I smoke a touch of marijuana and I'm so weird, So getting higher was not a thing. And it's also like, how would you be able, for someone like me who doesn't smoke marijuana all the time, how would you be able to know if you're getting higher if any touch of marijuana blitzes you out of your tree? You have no... The difference is not measurable for me. You'd only start to notice that if you were like a pro smoker, which I am not. So I never really experienced the effects of hotboxing. I think just because I don't smoke that much weed. I was at a comedy show like a party apartment comedy show. Shouts out to Eric Spicely, who threw the first Fear and Loathing in NDG, which was so sick. It was dope. And everyone was smoking weed there, which is cool, whatever. But it was closed because it's the winter. All the windows were closed. And we're hanging out, you know, we're drinking and we're all hanging out. And all of a sudden we're all kind of starting laughing and feeling a little goofy and stuff, starting to feel a little weird. I go, I think I'm high. And it happened, dude. All the windows were closed. People were smoking weed. And I breathed in the exhales and got high. I know maybe you guys are listening to like, yeah, no shit. You know what I mean? But I didn't know it was actually possible, right? I thought it was just maybe like a middle school thing, like kind of like, you know, well, you can get pregnant from a toilet seat, or I don't know, like, you know, like shit like that, where it's like, what else is some middle school bullshit? Like, it's usually around like weed and drugs and sex and shit. I'm blanking, but I think you know what I mean. It's like some middle school, like you can, if you hold your nose and smoke a joint while you're in the dark, it'll get you even higher. Or like if you drink 5 beers and then smoke a joint, then you'll hallucinate. You know, like shit like that, where it's like oddly specific formulas made up by people who have never done drugs or drank alcohol or anything, and they're like urban legends of getting high that are just unnecessary. So I thought a hot box fell into that category, but it doesn't. Hot box is not a cryptid. It's not a myth, not a legend. It's a real phenomenon, and it was pretty nice because like you don't get stoned, you just kind of get giddy, you know. I was like, it felt like a good high, not like a fucking brutal one. Gaston is my inner ego. That's why I need therapy. All right, I don't know about this one. Beauty and the Beast, Gaston, right? No one drinks like Gaston. No one drinks like Gaston. In a wrestling match, nobody bites like Gaston. It's you know. When I was a lad, I'd eat 5 dozen eggs every day just to help me get large. Now that I'm grown, I eat 6 dozen eggs, so I'm roughly the size of a barge. You know, classic. Sometimes that is my inner voice, my inner ego, and that's why I need therapy. It goes hand in hand with being insecure, right? Because the flip side of being insecure is being overcompensatingly cocky, right? And it's like look, don't get me wrong, I am not going around like Gaston, but like, you know, part of me is like, yeah, I'm sick as hell, you know, I'm sick as fuck. So I wrote down, I was like, Gaston is my inner ego, that's why I need therapy. You know what I mean? Maybe I should just start a segment too of like why I need therapy, and it's just kind of one-liners because I feel like I keep bringing this up, but yeah, I put that down. I don't know, you know. I think insecurity. We'll get to that one. Where is it? Oh yeah, I'll talk about insecurity. Insecurity has come up a lot lately in my life. I think it's the cause of a lot of my problems. You know, and I've talked about this before. Going to therapy and stuff, it has, yeah, it's made me identify insecurity as definitely, should I put this back on for you? It's made me identify insecurity as definitely a source of all my problems. Maybe not all, but like many. Because it's like, you know, everybody knows I hate people with poor sidewalk etiquette, right? And for those of you who are new, it's like when people walk on the wrong side of the sidewalk, when people walk 3 abreast on the sidewalk and they make no room for you, when people crowd on the sidewalk so you have to walk through them, right? Same thing with metros. It's like people don't wait for the people inside the metro to exit before they try to enter. All shit like that. And it's like, it makes me so mad. It makes me so mad. And I think it makes me so mad because it's like, oh man, I had this the other day, but it's like, I feel like they're doing it to me. You know, it's like, I feel like they're doing it. They're like coming into my space, right? Like if somebody's walking on the wrong side of the sidewalk, now I have to move out of their way. So it's like, you know, they have made me move, right? They've forced their will upon me by making me move. But it's like I only feel that way because I'm not secure enough in my person just to be able to look at them and say, here's a person coming. I'll just move out of their way. I'll just move out of their way and know that they are not forcing their will upon me or trying to control me or try to bully me or boss me. This is just the result of living with people, right? Living in a city. Sometimes there are going to be people who do things differently, and we all need to adapt to each other. And like an adaptation, like moving out of someone's way or like moving around people doesn't mean that they are like bullying you or like pushing you around or bossing you around, which is kind of how I feel, right? I get the fucking like, what the fuck? Like, what are you trying to do? What are you trying to do to me? You know, I get that feeling. I'm like, fuck you. I get like that, like defensive. And it's like, why? Like, they're literally just walking down the street. Why are you having that reaction, right? And it's because I'm insecure. I feel bad about myself, or like I feel like, yeah, like I feel kind of scared and bad about me. So the when they're coming, like instead of perceiving it in a neutral way, I perceive it as a threat because of because of the state that I'm in, right? Whereas like if I can get to a place, ooh, that's cold and bitter. If I can get to a place where I'm like, like I'm neutral, you know, and then I see someone coming in, I just move out of their way. I go, the consequences of living in a city, you know, regular interaction. So like, that's what I mean, where it's like insecurity caused a lot of problems in my life because of that. Because it's like, I'm constantly in a state of insecurity, a state of self-doubt. You know, I'm perceiving all these neutral interactions as threats, right? Which I think as threats or as slights or as insults, you know, and I think a lot of people can relate to that, you know, and once you see it in yourself, it's pretty easy to see it in others, you know, and I've been noticing it more and more. But here, I'll give you guys some examples. Like, dude, at the gym, I'm at the gym, right? Every time I enter the gym, first thought in my head, what the fuck are all these people doing here? You know, it's like, dog, they're working out. You know, like, what the fuck do you think they're doing? I get in the gym, I'm like, why the fuck is everyone here? What's wrong with these people? I walk past the coat rack, it's like filled with, I'm like, what the fuck? What do you guys all do? I was like, in my head, I want to be like, go home. Go home, you know? What are you doing here? And it's like, they're working out, man. This is a gym. They're here working out. Sometimes I'm working out, I have to close my eyes so that I don't get aggravated at the people around me, dude. That's what I mean. It's like, that's why I got to be in therapy, because I'm in the gym. If I can see people in my peripheral, I'm like fucking pissed. I'm like, these fucking piece of shit motherfucker. I can see them and they're bothering me, just because they're in my peripheral, dude. I don't know what it is, but that's what I mean. It's like, yo, like, chill. Like, they're not doing anything, and the haters can say a number of things. Look at these, and as a hater in remission, a hater in therapy, I can tell you that it's like, you find any number of excuses. You go, look at what the fuck is that guy wearing? What the fuck? And then you just judge, right? Fucking Gymshark. Oh my God, you fucking jock piece of shit. Why you fucking moving like you fucking asshole, And it's nonsense. And I'm sure some of these people are, gym douchebags, but like, it doesn't matter, because no one is at the gym, at least to me, coming up to me being like, what's up, pussy? You're a fucking bitch. Like, no one's being a dick. They're just there working out. And I'm just bothered that they are, which is on me, right? That's crazy. That's the truth. I was sitting in the gym and I was like, fucking piece of shit. And I was like, all the people were existing in my peripheral vision. And I was like, you stupid motherfucking piece of shit. Crazy, man. That's insecurity, to get you. And the gym is obviously the worst place because, I'm insecure about my body. I'm much less now. And thankfully, I'm gifted with some pretty good genes that keep me looking at least a little trim. But, you're still insecure, and people around you are more sexy or whatever, stronger. And you just get mad. Dude, another crazy insecurity thing is trying on clothes at the gym. Not at the gym. I'll tell. What got me talking about all this is I posted those classic things I hate clips, right? Classic ones to kind of restart things I hate. And I was going back and looking at all the things I hate, and I was like, specifically, there's one about not continually affirming the fact that you're listening during conversation. And the thing is like, when you're talking to somebody and you're speaking, and then the other person is going, yeah, yeah, like they're constantly verbally affirming that everything that you're saying. I find that really annoying. I'm less so now, thank God. But dude, the clip I have where I talk about it, I'm so pissed, and I'm like, shut up, shut the fuck. And I'm watching these old clips where I'm just, there's a lot more of things I hate in the old clips, right? I think I had a lot to get out of my system. The new things I hate is more like a combo, I feel. In fact, just to talk on this, yeah, like, things I hate was never just things I hate, but now especially, I'm trying to move away from just insecure rants, not rants in general, but I don't want to be the guy who's just like, I fucking hate his fucking bullshit, because it's like, that guy's annoying, you know what I mean? Like, that guy sucks, and it came out in some of the clips on things I hate. Like, one of them was like, again, the comment section, like sick burn comment is like, one of them was like, wow, you sound like a lot of fun, or like, you must be fun at parties. And he's right, dude. Because like, who wants to talk to the guy at parties? He's like, oh, it's fucking bullshit. This party fucking sucks, So part of my therapy journey, and like related, my things I hate journey, is like, yeah, I get pissed off. And yeah, there is a lot of bullshit in the world that should be talked about and should be called out. But part of this journey is also me learning to chill the fuck out and realize that, like, not everything is worthy of hatred. In fact, most things are not, I think hatred is the last resort. You know what I mean? True. Things I hate, it's kind of a joke, but real hatred, I feel very infrequently has a useful place. But anyway, so that's part of the journey. So now things I hate is like definitely still rants, but you guys know the deal. So anyway, so what prompted this is I was looking at all these old clips and I was watching them, and I was like, I was cringing because I was on there like, you know, I fucking hate like you fucking bullshit, and I was like, oh man, like, it was cringy, dude. So anyway, so I started thinking about that, and I was like, dude, I used to be so much more insecure, you know. And then I just started thinking about insecurity. So another example of insecurity that I think I mentioned is like, dude, clothing shopping. Like, clothing shopping for me was always one of those things where I was like, I would avoid doing it and put it off because it made me so uncomfortable. Because during clothing shopping, you need to go in the store and you need to take off things that you like from the rack and examine them and, see if you like them, you know. And what that means is that you demonstrate to the store your interests and your opinions, right? And you demonstrate your tastes. And I was so insecure that I didn't want anyone to see my tastes, right? I didn't want to go into the store and pick a shirt off because in my head, I could hear everyone in the store, which is insane, going, oh, you like that shirt? Ugh, like, you're a fucking nerd. I can't believe you like that shirt. Crazy, you know? But it's like, that's what I was hearing. And I never wanted to. Now, of course, I'm going to say, most of this is me. Part of this is when you go into those fucking cool stores and the people who work in the store are like cool, too cool to help you. You're like, dog. Now, that's a true thing I hate. If you work in a place and you're too cool to help a person in that place, yeah, fucking kill yourself. That's fucking bullshit. When you go into like some skate store and they're like, hi, like, my ears are pierced and like my clothes don't fit. What's up? And you're like, dude, can I come in here? Is this like a club? You know, do I have to pay a membership fee? Do I have to like fucking, I don't know, get a shitty stick and poke just so I can be in here and be like, yeah, should I crop my t-shirt and get some fucking Jinko jeans, you know? So it's like, if you work in a place, and this goes for like bars too, you know, people don't be too cool to like, I mean, it's generally, don't be too cool to fucking, like, don't be too cool to turn away your, like, customers. What the fuck is that? That's like, I was getting my hair cut at this place by this lady. And every time she would cut my hair, right, 2, 3, 4 times during the haircut, she would stop and just talk to the hairdresser next to her. And be like, oh, fucking talk about some, like, I was at this rave. And like, fucking, the crazy part is like, I think I asked her, I was like, oh, do you like to read or something? I don't know. I forget. We talked about reading. She's like, oh, I can't read. And I was like, what? Anyway, but she was like being cool. Now, granted, she was like 24 or some shit. But that's what I mean. You know, hairdressers are another one. Sometimes you go to a cool barber and they're like, oh, what's up, bro? And they're too cool. And it's just like, just don't be too cool if you work in a spot, you know, like, don't be too cool full stop, especially if people come in and they're like paying you like to be there, like, that, you know, this is your job. And I don't mean to be like a Karen. I'm not trying to like, you have to serve me so nice, but it's just like, you shouldn't be snobby to the people supporting your business. It doesn't make any fucking sense, you know? So anyway, that shit is retarded. But yeah, so my fear of choosing clothing was a little bit founded because back home in Ottawa, when I was a little kid, you know, and you'd go to like West 49 or like, what was it called? Normal. Oh my God. Jesus. When I was in high school, there was like a streetwear store called Normal on Rideau. And it was like the cool. In retrospect, it's so fucking whack, you know? Like, when you're in high school, you're like, oh, that's so cool. But, you know, sometimes you go in there and some fucking person would be like, oh, what's up, little kid, or something, and, you know. And that probably just triggered it. And I was just like shook. But in general, you know, no one in the store is thinking about, you wear your clothes. You know what I mean? Especially as you get older. Maybe when you're younger, there's like some pecking order a bit, or, you know, everyone's kind of young, so they're like checking you out. But as you get old, nobody gives a fuck, you know? But I have that thing even now where I'm adverse to going clothing shopping because I'm just embarrassed. And same thing with trying on clothes. I just get embarrassed. You know, I'm leaning into it a little bit more now though. And, you know, it's coming out a bit where I'm like, you know, I like clothes. I love fashion. And I have a lot of opinions on it that I've been kind of keeping secret for a while because I was just embarrassed to share them because I thought I would be ridiculed by somebody. You know what I mean? But now that I realized that, A, like no one is going to ridicule me because who fucking cares, right, about the clothes that I buy for myself? And B, if somebody did, I would be able to look at them and be like, what the fuck are you doing? You know, like, why are you, like, what are you, this is insane. Like, why are you choosing to make fun of me right now? You know, like, are you 5? Like, it would just be odd, right? If somebody came up to you in the store and they'd be like, oh, nice clothes. You'd be like, what? Like, don't you have a job or something? Like, what? It would be more confusing than anything else, right? You'd be like, what's happening right now? You know? The only time I feel like somebody would come up to you and make fun of your clothing selection in a store would be like if it was one of those dipshit YouTube prank channels, you know? Those guys fucking suck, man. I hate that. But anyway, like, what other situation, like, or it would be like if someone you knew would be like, oh, like, you're buying shit, but you should be like, yeah, you're a dick. You know, like, it's so hard to imagine a scenario now where somebody would like make fun of your clothes. Well, anyway, so yeah, so just talking about insecurity, you know, fucking old things I hate, at the gym, trying on clothes. Oh, and then another kind of revelation I had was like, I feel like, you know, a lot of my life I have had like social anxiety, or like I've wanted to stay home. And I think, again, a lot of that is just fear of judgment, you know, and fear of like, if I go out, I'll be made fun of, or I'll be, you know, people will think I'm stupid or lame or something like that. And so as a defense, I would kind of act cool. I would act aloof a bit. Not really, but just like, I'm trying to think of a good example. It's like, I wouldn't, you know, it's like, Tom, do you want to go to this concert? Like, no, that sounds whack. Like, I don't want to do that. You know, it's whack. Tom, do you want to go see this play? No, I don't want to go. I don't want to see that. That play's fucking whack, dude. Tom, you want to go to this museum? No, it's fucking lame. I don't want to go to that museum. Because it's like anywhere I went, I would kind of be thinking in the back of my head, like, oh, I'd be like judging myself, or, you know, I'd be like, I can't believe I'm at this play. This is so whack. I can't believe I'm at this museum. This is so whack. You know, shit like that. Instead of just living in the moment and trying to enjoy it. And the same thing for like doing things like comedy and art and shit. I'd be like, oh my God, I can't do stand-up. That's so embarrassing. And like, I can't do a play. Like, who does a play? Like, what the fuck? You do a play? Like, oh my God, right? And I just, you know, as a defense mechanism when I was young, I started to act kind of cool, or try to be cool, you know? This came out in therapy the other day. I remember from a very young age, like, I wanted to be cool. I wanted to be a cool guy. Like, I wanted to be cool, right? But you can't. You cannot be cool. You cannot be cool. You follow your life, your interests, and then you just are cool, right? You don't search for cool. You search for cool, you never find it. It's ethereal. You know, you grab it and you're like, God, I can't. It's like entropy that we talked about last time. You know, I cannot grab it. You know, the more, it's like some Buddhist shit. It's like the more you try to grab onto cool, the farther from it you become, right? You just do. You follow your interests and your passions, and through the pursuit of your honesty, your honest interests, you become cool, right? So anyway, I was trying to like act cool, but in the process, what I was doing was I was like, I'm not going to do that. I was saying no to a lot of things. And I was basically stepping out of the arena, you know, of life, you know, of like participating in life. No, I can't do that. I can't do that. Because I was afraid of being judged or failing or whatever. And it's like the more I acted cool, the more I said no, the more I stepped out of life, the more I was like not doing things. I was not participating. And the benefit that I saw from that, I was like, well, if I'm not participating, you know, no one can judge me, and I can never fail because I'm not participating, you know. Smart. The obvious downside is that you are doing nothing. You are doing nothing. You know what I mean? So it's like, if you act cool, you are not. Hold on 1 second. Oh, sorry. My neighbors wanted to see if I wanted to get wings. This guy's pretty cool. Come here, Schmaltz. Come on. Oh my gosh, where was I? Yeah, so if you always act cool, you don't never step in the ring. You know, you never fucking do anything. And that's what I was doing before I did comedy and shit. It's like, I just wasn't stepping in the ring. And trust me, you got to step in the ring. It feels so much better. Doing comedy and like writing, creating, it feels so good. It's just, you know, it's just like, it's actually living, you know, when you do this shit. And I don't mean just I mean participating in life, right? Because it's so easy to let life slip you by. And it's actually, I think, really easy to participate into it. It doesn't require like a big change, like a big jump, you know. It just requires like a bit of awareness to be like, you know, like, what do I, like, something I ask my coworkers every day is like, what do you guys want to do today? You know, and it's like, it's kind of tongue in cheek. It's like, we have to work. But the real question is like, what do we fucking want to do, man? Like, what do you want to do today? What do you actually want? It's like, you have to go to work. We all do. But like, what do you want to do? You know, and for me, a lot of the time, it's like, I want to write some jokes or like create a movie or like write a script or something, or fucking, I don't know, like make a song, or, you know, I don't know, like, you just think about that shit, and then like you go and do that. And I think for a while I was just, you know, it was hard to know like what I actually wanted to do. And I think I've said this before, but it's like, if I ever have kids, the one thing I'm going to do is just try to give them as much confidence in themselves as I can. Because I think the more you are secure in yourself, the easier it is to be honest and understand what you want and then pursue it. So anyway, that's enough of that. That was a long, oh my God, that's almost a whole fucking episode. Jesus. Okay. Here, let me do some other ones. Spiders and house centipedes. Dude, everyone says, you know, don't kill spiders, right? They eat the other bugs in the house. Don't kill house centipedes. They eat the other bugs in the house, you know? Don't kill silverfish. They also eat the other bugs in my house. At what point is my house just populated with bugs that eat other bugs, right? Like, at what point is it a terrarium for, what's it called? Cannibalistic insects, you know? At some point, you got to draw a line. You got to say, okay, I pick one cannibalistic bug to patrol my house and keep the other bugs at bay. It's also like, I've only ever seen cannibalistic bugs. I don't see any other insects. Well, Tom, that's because they're all eaten. Okay, sure, but like, you think I'd see them once or twice? You know what I mean? I see fruit flies a bunch too. It's like, okay, I thought spiders were, spiders. What are you guys, fucking lazy? Like, kill the fruit flies. I hate fruit flies, man. Fucking buzzing around. So, yeah, it's like, I think, I think the cannibalistic insect justification was actually a myth propagated by said insects. I think spiders got online and they said, remember, don't kill spiders, we eat all the other bugs. And silverfish saw that and they were like, that's a good idea, get on there. Social media silverfish manager. And then he went and was like, yeah, remember, don't fucking do that. The house centipede saw it and they were like, oh my god, genius. And now we don't even know if these bugs eat other bugs, right? Where's the study on that? I haven't seen any science to back that up. I need some peer reviewed studies, some meta studies to confirm. I want no insects as co-authors on these studies. I want no bias. You know what I mean? For all we know, the silverfish, house centipede, and spider interest groups are lobbying scientific communities to propagate these myths. People talk a lot about fake news. I'm telling fake news on these insects. Okay, they're spreading lies. Got to kill them all. Call me Insect Trump. I'll build the wall, keep those insects out of our house. Seriously though, it's like everyone's like, don't kill them, they eat the other bugs. It's like, okay, well, I only have silverfish and spiders in my house. So it's like, well, they can only eat each other so much. They're still going to exist. Like, I don't like to kill things, but I don't like silverfish in my earballs either, Haagen-Dazs or single serve. Dude, you get those Haagen-Dazs like that, I could fucking take one straight to the dome. No sweat, You find a vein of flavor, like a vein of caramel. You pretend to be a prospector. Just, there's gold in them there ice cream hills. And you're just digging. And you're like, I'm a rich man. A fat, rich man. Digging out the caramel. It's good. Just because me and Caitlin been getting them and just like, do it easy. Ice cream is so good. You just eat one, no sweat. No wonder I got fat, Ruthless comment section we did. I don't know if Caitlin's going to like this, but like couples have cute nicknames. Like we know this couple called Brent and Issa, so their couple name, that's easy. Brisa, you know what I mean? It's like Katie and Tom Cruise, Katie Holmes and Tomcat. It's cute, right? So me and Caitlin are like, oh, Brisa, that's cute. What's our couple name going to be, right? Caitlin and Tom. Oh, Taintlin. And we're like, oh shit, that doesn't work. Oh, but that's awful. I know. Let's switch it around. We'll put Caitlin's letter first, right? So what's that? Okay, that's cum. Taintlin and cum. Those are our couple names. So, if you got a better one, let me know. Blessings to t-shirts. I live in them. Look, man, some things I hate topics are bangers. Some are just stupid. You know what I mean? I was musing that the only thing I own, or like not the only thing, but like something I wear almost every day. I wear a t-shirt almost every day. I was like, damn, it's just, damn, you wear a t-shirt almost every day. That's crazy that I have because I don't really wear wife appreciators, I don't have a lot of collared shirts. I was like, it made me feel like I should get some more collared shirts. But anyway, 10 minutes. Okay. When I wrote cash, okay, so I feel like this is a this is a recurring theme of me being naive. And I don't know the word, hating conflict, I guess. Naive, or definitely naive is one. Innocent. I mean, I'm thinking of the Hells Angels story where,
I asked the drug dealer if he worked for the Hells Angels, right? It's classic. This is along the same lines. I used to run a painting company for Student Works Painting, a painting franchise. Some people say it's a pyramid scheme, and honestly, there's an argument to be made for that. You know, it's also a really good thing. Teaches you a lot taught me a lot about responsibility and just, you know, it was good for me. It was good. There's a lot of bad to say about it, but anyway, what I want to say is that a lot of kids in it, like basically you're supposed to do everything above board, where like you go, you have a quote and you write like the amounts for like different options, blah, blah, blah. Then you give it to the guy and the guy picks an option, you know, it's like option A, we do all the windows, option B, we do the windows and doors, like whatever. And then some kids would be like cheeky and they do cash deals. And the reason cash deals are better is obviously for the tax, but also because you can cut out the franchise fees. So you don't have to be part of the pyramid scheme. You keep all the money. Because if you put it on the quote, then the checks go to the franchise company. They take their cut and then they pay you the rest, right? So if you just do cash, you keep it all, a little bit of money. Almost everybody I know in the organization did it, right? Even people who were like higher up, they did fucking cash deals. It was a lot of hypocrisy in that shit. I'm not going to get into that today. That's a whole other things I hate topic, but it was rampant. Now me, I am a rule follower. I'm petrified of breaking the rules. Why? I don't like to get scolded. I hate getting scolded. What's the best way to avoid getting scolded? Don't break any fucking rules. Easy peasy. You know what I mean? I don't know why. I get a lot of shame. Anyway. People always telling me, do some fucking cash deals. Do some cash deals. Do some cash, you know? I figure one day I'll fucking try it, right? But I'm such a rule follower. I'm so process oriented, right? That I'm writing up the quote. I'm sitting in my car writing the quote on the carbon paper, right? And I go, maybe I'll try cash deals with this guy, right? Fuck it, right? So what's the process for the quote? For the quote, you write all the quote, and then you write option A, option B, option C. Option A, all the windows. Option B, all the doors. So I did option A, all the windows. Option B, all the doors. Option C, both. And then I wrote cash only on the contract. Because I'm smart, dude. You know, leave no trace. Fly under the radar. It's what you call street smarts, right? No paper trail. In fact, you know what? No, I was thinking, why don't I leave a paper trail? Because no one would see that coming, you know? Never let them know your next move. But I did that, dude. I wrote cash only. Oh my God. I showed the guy, long story short, the fucking customer narked me out to play, which is like, wow, talk about a bad read by me to like pick the only fucking narc ass customer. So he narked me out, and then I get a call from the boss being like, did you fucking do cash? And I was like, yeah, I'm so sorry, oh my God. He was actually he was like, look, like, I know it's not like you, like, don't do it again. And I was like, yeah, no problem. So, you know, that's why I couldn't be a criminal. You know what I mean? I'd probably go like, oh man, I don't know. You know, yeah. Yeah, would not be a kingpin, I don't think. I think if I was a criminal, I'd have to be like, I think if I was a criminal, I don't even know. I'm too soft to be a criminal, bro. I can barely hurt anything, you know. What would I be if I was a criminal? I'd probably have to be like a thief. Could I even be a thief, you know? I think I could be a thief. Like sneaking around, like a heister thief. I'd probably have to do that. I'm one of those thieves where like nobody gets hurt, you know, like Ocean's 11. I think I'd be stressed the fuck out. But I think that would be the only way I could do it. Or maybe like a forgery guy, somebody who forges shit. I'll probably do that. Yeah, something like that. I think that's where we're going to end it today. And I think I'll record another one back to back, get one in the bank. That was kind of a long one. Hopefully I can get some clips out of it. But I love you guys so much. Things I Hate will be taking a holiday break. It will probably be like, I don't know yet, but for like a week or two, like late December, early January, maybe 3 weeks, depending on my schedule. I'm going to be in Colorado for the holidays. So it might be tough to record out there. So there's going to be a break around the holidays of Things I Hate, but we'll absolutely be back, early mid-January, back to the weekly schedule. So fucking keep it locked. Like, comment, subscribe, share all this shit, please, on all social media platforms. Trying to make this my hobby. Trying to make this my job. So love you guys so much. Have a good day. Bye.